Well, the decade of the 2010s was defined by the battle of Steph Curry and LeBron James, a perpetual game of super team one-upsmanship between the two, resulting in the two of them dominating the NBA, meeting 4 consecutive seasons in the championship round. And of course, it was Curry getting the better of LeBron to the tune of 3 titles in 4 years. But luckily for Bron, Curry is now a teammate on the men's US national team. And the baby-faced assassin had been notably struggling in the United States' first 4 games of these Paris Olympics, averaging just 7 points per game for the American squad, all the way up to their semifinal matchup versus the Serbians. In fact, Curry had scored just 29 points total to this stage of the tournament. But boy, oh boy, did he make up for it with his semifinal performance, virtually single-handedly pulling the Americans past a very game Serbian team who led virtually the entire game. Serbia was up 8 at the end of the first quarter, 11 at halftime, and 13 at the end of the third quarter. Their big lead in the game was 17, but Curry refused to let the USA squad lose this game, dropping a series of highly clutch 3-point shots to keep America in shouting distance. He scored 14 of their first 15 points to start the game, en route to a game-high 36 points for either team. The 36 points are the most points in any game by any American player in this entire tournament. Curry also drilled the go-ahead 3-pointer with just about 2 minutes remaining, which gave the US its first lead in seemingly the entire game. He would go on to hit a clutch layup in the ensuing minute and the game-sealing free throws to complete the enormous comeback. In all, Curry had 9 3-pointers in the game, the most by any player on any team in this entire tournament. Bogdan Bogdanovic, who averaged 17 points per game last season for the Atlanta Hawks, led the Serbians with 20 points, while 3-time NBA League MVP Nikola Jokic had 17 points and 11 assists. But they, along with the entire Serbian squad, eventually ran out of steam down the stretch amongst the unparalleled depth and defensive pressure of the Americans. Also factoring into it, Jokic picked up his 4th foul with about 8.5 minutes remaining in the game, which resulted in him being incapable of applying any semblance of appropriate defensive pressure on Joel Embiid down the stretch. And Embiid would capitalize, along with Curry, the two of them, instrumental down the stretch, with Joel finishing the game with 19 points on 8 of 11 from the field as the second leading scorer for the Americans behind only Curry. While LeBron James finished the game with a shocking triple-double. Shocking in the sense he felt like the 5th or 6th best player on the floor most of the game. But in his typical front-running nature, James ends with a stat sheet stuffing 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists, while Noah Eagle and Dwayne Wade shamelessly pleasured themselves courtside on the call, with Noah Eagle referring to James as Le Captain America. Well, if that is indeed the case, Le Captain's baby-faced savior, Steph Curry, must have been Superman in this game, because LeBron's would have made his triumphant return to Paris if not for Curry's massive contribution in this game. And it really makes you wonder just why LeBron turned down the alleged Curry team-up in Golden State this season at the trade deadline. Remember, that at least was according to a report which was co-authored by Adrian Wojnarowski and Ramona Shelbourne, which was later also picked up and confirmed by longtime Bron confidant Brian Windhorst. And it was amid the media buzz regarding that proposed deal that LeBron's agent and bestie Rich Paul hit the old PR circuit to indeed confirm the reports that Golden State was inquiring about acquiring the self-proclaimed king to pair him with Chef Curry in the Bay Area. But again, according to Rich Paul, he and LeBron thought it was best to pass because, get this, winning more championships isn't needed in their minds. At least not according to Rich when he made his appearance on the Stephen A. Smith Show. You see, LeBron has already proven everything he needed to in his own delusional mind.
There's nothing else for LeBron James to do in the world of basketball. Nothing.
And that is why they decided to pass on the proposed Curry team-up. But following Curry's heroics in France and giving LeBron a piggyback ride into the gold medal game, I am certain that is a decision he is sure to regret.